Welcome back to Going Walkabout. Nestled at the foot of the San Jacinto Mountains sits the rejuvenating springs of the city of Palm Springs. Palm Springs, known as the playground for celebrities and architects to work their mid-century magic. Filled with emerald green golf courses and bejeweled beauties promenading Palm Canyon Drive. A small city that hosts big events like the Tour de Palm Springs, where cocktail hour is a tradition and glamour reigns supreme.
Greetings, everyone. Here we are in beautiful Palm Springs, California. One could argue the queen of the desert cities. In our video today, we'll be looking at, is Palm Springs really the queen of the desert cities? After living here for 9 years, I certainly got to know this little city pretty well. So in this video, we'll be looking at some of the best places to go to eat while you're in Palm Springs, some of the best places to stay, which are usually the boutique hotels. They're absolutely adorable. Some hikes to go on, and then lastly, the best neighborhoods to go sightseeing in to see the mid-century modern architecture. So stay to the end. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Is Palm Springs the queen of the desert cities? And before we get started on all that, let's go over some history of this fascinating city.
José María Estudio, a Spanish soldier, was the first to note the existence of the hot springs in the area known as Palm Springs in 1821. The first European resident in Palm Springs was Jack Summers, who ran the stagecoach station in 1862. By 1885, when San Francisco lawyer John Guthrie McCallum began buying property in the area, the name Palm Springs was widely accepted. Palm Springs became a health tourism destination in the 1900s, and by the 1950s, boutique hotels began popping up to facilitate the crowds. Celebrities began flocking to the area, enjoying the hot, sunny weather and the seclusion they could enjoy on their desert estates. Current-day Palm Springs boasts over 179 hotels and 241 restaurants. While we don't have time to go over all of them, we'll hit on some of the best places I've been able to visit in the last 9 years. Let's start with the places to eat. Here are my top 5 in no particular order. Tropical, catty-cornered to the casino in a very discreet, bright pink building. The outside downplays the beautiful interior that has a gorgeous bar. There is also outside patio seating. The food is outstanding, from pizzas to sushi and beyond. You'll love the menu at the Tropical. John Henry's is a hidden gem off of Sunrise Way. The outside is very discreet, and it's somewhat hidden behind a strip mall, so you'll have to really look for it. But it is one of the best outdoor patios for dining in the city. The food is old school, rack of lamb, sole meuniere, totally worth a night out for any occasion. And then there's Jake's on Palm Canyon Drive. Looks small from the street, however, it does have patio dining area as well. Jake's is open for brunch too, and has cocktails with a truly Palm Springs vibe. The food is unique and classic, and the desserts are their specialty with their multi-layered cakes. Spencer's, located up against the mountains in the Racquet Club area, has an old school Palm Springs vibe, with gorgeous outdoor dining adjacent to the pool that Marilyn Monroe was discovered at. Spencer's is a great choice for good food, drink, and great atmosphere. Last on the list is Trio on Palm Canyon Drive. Parking is at the back, where you'll see this eye-catching mural. The restaurant offers plenty of indoor and outdoor seating, wonderful home-cooked style food, and a trendy bar if you just want to stop in for a quick libation. And now we're on to places to stay, starting with the Holiday House, which is one street back from Palm Canyon, so you can walk to mostly everything while in Palm Springs. The hotel has a gorgeous pool area, a small restaurant and bar. You can just relax and drink in the beautifully executed blue and white theme. Del Marco's is considered a local historic place, operating since 1947. It is exactly the same as the day it was built, displaying the best of mid-century architecture. Again, it's one street off Palm Canyon and easy for you to walk to all the local shops and restaurants. The queen of the boutique hotels would be the Ingleside Inn. Built in 1922, the inn can boast hosting notables like Marilyn Monroe, Marlon Brando, and Elizabeth Taylor. With its iconic piano bar and beautiful restaurant called Melvin's, you won't have any need to go elsewhere while you're in Palm Springs. Now we have a golden oldie, the Amen Casa, a place that has literally not changed since its inception when it was Gloria Swanson's estate. If you want to kick it old school, this is the place to stay. Nestled near the Racquet Club, you can feel the old world charm in every corner of the casa. Lastly, we have La Serena Villas. Albeit a newer hotel, they managed to insert the charm of Old Palm Springs. Again, within walking distance to all amenities. You can drink in their Spanish architecture and ambience in their bar or enjoy a sunset by the pool. Next on the list, best places to hike. My vote is Indian Canyon. You take Indian Canyon south till you hit this entry shack. For a small fee, you can take your car to the trading post and hike into the canyons that were known to the original Coahuila Indians who first inhabited Palm Springs. There are oases you can hike to. As there are several hikes that can be done from this one place, you can determine the difficulty and the duration. It's also a great place for a bike ride as well. Lastly, as promised, the best neighborhoods for viewing the architecture. Here are two I recommend, Old Las Palmas and the Movie Colony. They're adjacent to each other. You can walk around both areas, looking out for plaques like this one, as they often tell you about the house, this being Bob Hope's first home in Palm Springs, and here's one for Kirk Douglas. There are beautifully maintained homes everywhere in these areas, so make sure you have enough time to truly explore. My other favorite area is South Palm Springs, Araby Cove, which houses Bob Hope's second home in Palm Springs, as well as Tahquitz River Estates. This area has homes like Walt Disney's ranch-style mid-century home, as well as great examples of every mid-century style you could possibly hope to see. Just off Indian Canyon is one of my favorite developments, the Canyon View Estates, built in the 60s. Looks as Technicolor perfect today as it did then. No doubt why it is used in so many movies, like the recently released Don't Worry Darling with Harry Styles. And there you have it, where to eat, stay, hike, and tour mid-century architecture in Palm Springs. So what do you think? Is Palm Springs the queen of the desert cities? Leave your comments below. It certainly is a great place to spend a weekend or an extended holiday. There is so much to see and do as well. You may want to see some of my other videos on the area. I have one on 6 secret places in Palm Springs or on the mid-century architecture as well. Thanks so much for watching today. If you enjoyed the video, we'd really appreciate a thumbs up, or better yet, subscribe. Next stop, the search for the perfect taco.